Hello everyone. As yesterday we discussed about inside of the class definition. So today we'll discuss about the outside of the class definition. Okay. So that is outside the class definition. So as I told you, this is the second one. First one is the inside of the class. So here member functions and member data. So here member functions declared whatever in the class must be defined separately outside of the class. Okay, that is the first point. You should remember in the outside of the class what? The member functions declared. What are the member functions? You declared within a class in the public section. Declared within a class. So in the class means in the public section. Must be defined separately. Must be defined separately. So as you can have a number of functions. So each functions must be defined separately outside the class. Outside the class. Okay. So what is the meaning of this? Is member functions declared within a class. So here within a class means in the public section, whatever you declare as a name of your function and must be defined separately outside of the class. So after finishing your function, your class, you can call that functions separately. That is the meaning of this. And another important point, when you want to must be defined separately outside of the class. How can you can access this separately outside the class? That is, we are using here one operator called scope resolution operator. Scope resolution operator. We are using that is one operator called scope resolution operator. This is a scope resolution operator is used to define. Okay, this is the scope resolution operator which is used to define your member functions. Then only you can access outside the class. That is, whatever you define in the class, that is in the public section, when you want to access outside the class, you have to use the operator, that is scope resolution operator. Okay, so how you have to write the syntax? The syntax is, so what is syntax? Very important. Return type. It may have some integer, void, some return type. Then the class name of the class, whatever you are given, name of the class. Then the scope resolution operator. Okay. Then member function. Then member function. If only member function name you can give. If there are some with arguments, then you can specify the number of arguments, like n number of arguments. If there is no arguments, then you can leave as it is. Then open brace, then the function body for that particular class in the member function. Okay, function body, then close the brace. This is the syntax to access the member functions outside the class. First you should write return type, name of the class, that is whatever you define the name of the class, then the scope resolution operator, then member function name. So here as declared within the class must be defined separate outside the class. That are the member functions, whatever you declared in the class, that one by one each separately must be defined separately. So one by one functions can be called. Okay. Now when you go to the member functions, so here there are some characteristics of this member function. This is syntax, very important. Okay. Now we will see some characteristics. What are the characteristics of this member functions? So here you remember 2 points. One, scope resolution operator is very important. So you can use for the scope resolution operator to access the member function outside the class, and the syntax. Now, what are the characteristics? So first characteristics they are telling, so type and the number of arguments. So whatever the type means return type and the number of arguments in a member function, whatever declared as a member function must be same as type and member of data declared in the class definition. So whatever the class definition, in the class you define, same type and number of arguments should be passed. Okay, type means return type and number of arguments. Okay, whatever you declared in the member functions, okay, declared in the member functions of the same type in the class should be accessed. Okay, so arguments in a member function must be same as type. Okay, must be same, should not be changed, must be same as, where, as type and member of data, as type and member of data, where you declared in the class definition, data declared in the class definition. So must be same, whatever the type and the number of arguments you specify. Okay, so must be same, it can access in the same way. Okay, it may be integer or it may be void, and if there are number of arguments you specify, how many arguments you specify, same number of arguments should be accessed. Okay, then second one, very important, the use of scope resolution operator. Whatever I told you, the use of scope resolution operator, that is the 4 dots along with class name, along with the class name. So very important, it should have the scope resolution operator should use the class name is the header of the function definition. Class name is the header of the function definition. So you should, whatever the use of your scope resolution operator along with the class name, okay, as we declared in the syntax. And the third characteristics, very important, several classes uses the same function name. You can use several classes, you can have number of classes use the same function name, okay, that is the third characteristics. Fourth one, member function can access private data of a class. Okay, member functions can access, okay, can access private data of a class. Private data of a class, only the member functions. If there is a non-member functions, cannot access. A non-member function cannot access. So these are the 4 characteristics. First characteristics, that is your type and the number of arguments should be same in the both in the class and also in your function, whatever you write in the outside of the class, and scope resolution operator along with the class name is as a header function. Then several classes use the same function name also, and whatever the member functions can access private data of a class, but a non-member function cannot access the private data of a class. These are the 4 characteristics of your member function. Okay, so you should be very careful when you access the any member function outside the class. Very important is you have to use what? Scope resolution operator, as I told you, and the class name. Syntax is very important. Whatever the syntax you are using, that is very important. Okay, we'll go through one small example as we are using the outside the class definition. Okay, we'll go to the one small example. So we'll have example for outside the class definition. I will take a class with the class name. Okay, then we'll have a private. So we'll declare the private data int A, int B. This is very small example to understand. Then public. Okay, so 2 functions I am writing. One with the sum. Okay, another I will write the function product. So this is what the function you return in the class. Okay, so class is closed here. So this is the functions, 2 functions you return, that is one is sum and one is the product. So these 2 functions you can call outside the class. So this class is over here. Now we should call the functions outside the class. So you have to use the syntax as I had earlier told. Return type, name of the class, scope resolution operator, and the member function. There are so no arguments here. They are not given any arguments. Okay, only the member function name. So what is a return type? Int is a return type. Integer is a return type. Then what is a class name? Test is a class name. Then the scope resolution operator, okay, according to the syntax. Then what is the member function name? Sum is the member function name. Okay, then open brace, function body. What you want to write for the sum? So I will write return A plus B. That is for the sum. Then close. So according to the syntax you return, this is a return type, function name, scope resolution operator, member function name, the function body. Okay, so you have another function. Again you should write integer only, the return type is integer. Then what is the class name? Class name is test. Then the scope resolution operator. What is the function name? Product. So again I will write function body return A into B. Close the body. So 2 functions we called outside the class. One is the sum, one is product. Here we define, we call outside the class using this one. This is what the syntax. Okay, so return type, your class name. So whatever the class name you specify, that same name should be here. Then the scope resolution operator, then the function name. If there is arguments, you can pass the arguments as number of arguments. As I told you, the characteristics, type and number of arguments should be same whatever you define here, and it should access same here. Okay, then you can write the main function. So you can write the main function here, integer main. So you have to create one object using the class. Class name is test. Created object is T. So we will access T dot, what is the first function? Sum. Second function is product. T dot product. You can access these 2 functions, okay, in the main function. Then return 0, close. So this is a simple way of accessing the members outside the class definition. So class is the name which is having the keyword name of the class, private, public. In the public we define the whatever the functions. These two will be accessed outside the class using the syntax, the return type, class name, scope resolution operator, and the member function name. Whatever the body you want to write in the function body, you should write here. Okay, how many you define how many functions? All the functions can be accessed outside the class, that is public, what you write in the public. Okay, so in the next class we will discuss more about the class definition. Thank you.